Are you a big Gwyneth Paltrow fan? Do you know who she is?
I know who she is.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big fan of her, but I know who she is.
I barely know who she is. She's a movie star, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gwyneth Paltrow, I can never say that name right. But anyway, she went over to Paris with Jay-Z and Beyonce and Kanye and stuff like that. And,
like together?
well, yeah, I believe they went over together, but she was at a concert. I think she was at a concert. Yeah, she was at a concert. And Jay-Z and Kanye were doing a performance.
Yeah.
And so she tweeted on the performance. She took pictures. And she said, you know, they're in Paris. So she's like, niggas in Paris for real.
Shit.
I had the same reaction as you did, right? So I was like, God damn, really? You know, so there's a little bony, pale white girl talking about some niggas in Paris for real. Tweet.
Oh.
And so,
she been drunk as shit when she did that.
I don't know, but I don't know. I guess she felt comfortable enough that she could say that. Now, there's been some uproar about it.
I mean, she was with Kanye.
But I mean, the thing is, the uproar is based upon her using that term. They thought that it was that she shouldn't be saying that word, basically. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I know how black people are sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to that word, and the thing is, you know, I don't like to use it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm married to a black woman.
Right.
I don't use it just because I think it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Her using it, she should have known better. It's disrespectful to use it. I know there's the argument. Oh well, you use it on, you know, between you guys all the time.
Yeah.
Between you people.
use guys.
Use guys. So I don't have feelings towards that word, so I wouldn't know what to tell you. It's like, okay, she said it to me. I'm like, all right, well, if she were next to some black people, they probably would have beat the shit out of her.
But see, the thing about it is, it's actually funny. A lot of the black male celebrities came out in her defense. Jay-Z, Kanye, Nas. You know who Nas is, right?
Yeah, I know Nas. He's my favorite rapper. Probably.
Yeah, and he said he would slap the shit out of somebody for Gwyneth. And told people they needed to back down or whatever. So, do you think that's a good look for brothers to come out in her defense and say that you know, people needed to leave her alone, let Gwyneth be, you know?
I mean, if they know her personally and they're literally, you know, friends, yeah, I'd defend a good friend of mine anytime, no matter what they did or who they are, what color they are, it doesn't matter. If they're just celebrities trying to get their names out, or I don't make a statement about something that is not really clear, no, that's just, to me, looks, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me, I don't know.
Well, this is the way I see it. I laughed when I first heard it, because this shit is funny. It's funny.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Because
what it looks like? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a play on words. Well, not really a play on words, but it's surreal, basically.
Yeah. Coming from her mouth or from her fingers.
Yeah, from her fingers or whatever. But here's the thing. I've always had this feeling. Like, there was this guy that I used to work with. His name was Brian. And I talked about Brian a little bit on the show before. And Brian was a cool dude. You know, he was very laid back. And he was just fascinated with the N-word. Like, he was just fascinated with it. Well, not fascinated as far as like, oh, that's an amazing word. That's awesome. Fascinated as far as being able to say it and knowing his boundaries. He liked to test his boundaries. So, like, he would try to use his friendship with me to try to test those boundaries. You know, it's like we were working at the store, and there was several stuff that was always tearing up and whatever. And I would be like, man, this I'm tired of this thing breaking. I'm just gonna have to try to figure out a way to fix it. So I would fix it, right?
Right.
And then Brian would be like, oh man, the broiler's working again. How did you do that? And I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I nigga rigged that shit. And he was like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that to me. And I'd be like, what, nigga rigged? And then, you know, he would just tickle pink about it. And so he would go and try to fix something, and then he would be like, yeah, you know that freezer? I figured out why it wasn't staying cool. I N-word that. I N-word rigged that. Like, what?
What?
Get out of here.
Is this a black guy or?
It's a white guy.
White guy?
It's a white guy. And so I'd be like, ew. Like, that don't even sound right. So don't say that or whatever. And so me and him, we used to have this conversation about why he can't say the word and what's wrong with, you know, white people saying it. And I've had some white people, they're not necessarily friends, but just people that I know, that would just be like, well, what if I said the N-word? Like, I'll be listening to like some music and it'll have the N-word in it, and they'll be like, well, what if I say the N-word? What would you do? And I'll be like, well, this is my stance on the N-word. It depends on who you are, depends on your context and what you're using it. Now, me, personally, I don't feel comfortable with it just being thrown out in the air like fucking frisbees and shit, you know, just because, you know, you just want to practice your N-word freedom. You know what I'm saying? You get this new lease on life and you just want to say the N-word all the time. That would make me feel uncomfortable. But if you're talking about a song and it has it in there or whatever, or, you know, you're making a joke about something and it you know, it kind of, using the word kind of goes with the joke a little bit. And, you know, I don't have a problem with that. But at the same time, it might be fucked up. You might think it's fucked up. But I'm not coming to your defense if somebody else feels offended by it. If we're out in public and you say the N-word to me and it's about a joke, I'll laugh. But I can't protect you with all these other people who may take offense to it. Because I can't tell other people what to feel.
How to feel about the word, yeah.
I use it all the time, but I can't say that, you know, other black people should be okay. Other black people should use the word all the time, because there are some black people who just don't use that word. They don't like the word at all. Yeah. You know, and a lot of white people have the impression that all black people just use that word all the time.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of white people who just, not white people, there's a lot of black people who just do not like that word. They would rather you not say it. I've used that word around some black people and they've taken offense to it. You know, and I had to back down. I'm like, okay, you don't like for you to use the word, I'm not gonna use it.
Right.
You know, I respect other people. And so because I feel it's only right that I should respect other people who don't like that word, I think that you should respect my wishes of you not using that word gratuitously, you know.
Well, how do you feel about black people that call white people hunky all the time?
I think it's a double standard. I don't think they should be able to do it. I think it's wrong. Like I said, sometimes I even like you probably don't. Yeah, you should remember. We were riding in the car and you were making a joke. Patty Melt. little Miss Light Skin Lady.
Yeah.
We were riding around in the car, and I can't even remember what it was, but you were making a joke, and it was something like "nigga please" or something like that.
Yeah.
And we laughed.
Yeah.
And we was like, okay, you got a black wife, so that's your one use a day. You know, we were joking around about it.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, sometimes, like, when comedians, they get up, they use the, you know, honky, cracker, this, and all that kind of stuff in their bit. But to me, like, me personally, I don't take offense if I know you, and I know you're not a hateful person, and I know that you're doing it in good fun, it's just a joke, you're just saying it to be silly, and we have that relationship with each other, we have that connection with each other. I don't really, if it's done out of that reason, you know, you're singing a song and it's got the N-word in it, like, go ahead and say it. It's in the damn song. You know, why shouldn't you be able to sing the song?
Yeah, context matters. Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Context matters. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. The context matters a lot to me. I don't think it's right that black people just go around and just be like, oh, look at that honky over there, crack ass, crack ass. That's not cool either.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say the same thing for blacks as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever been called a racial slur?
Not to my face that I know of.
Damn, you lucky.
I get along with people pretty well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me then, because I've been called the N-word. Yeah. I was actually called a honky.
What?
Yeah.
Was it a blind person calling you a honky?
It was my daddy. He called me a honky. I was like, all right.
Cool.
All right. I was like, all right. I mean, what do you say to that?
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been called racist slurs before, and I don't know. It pisses you off, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I've gotten to a point where I try not to let them have that kind of power over me or whatever to get.
Yeah, to me, see, I try to avoid people that I know might call me that. Yeah, you know how you start talking to somebody, you meet somebody, you feel it right away whether they're gonna be cool with you being a minority or not.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from those people, but mostly, if someone did call me, I'd be like, it depends. It'd have to be someone who's got a better social standing than me or more money than me.
How would that?
It would have to be one of those that would probably piss me off. If someone who's dirt poor, has nothing in their life, started calling me racial slurs,
yeah,
I'd be like, I got a college degree almost, I'm about to be done,
yeah,
I have a pretty good job, I'd be like, you have shit. It would not affect me in the least.
Yeah, I feel you. But and that's another thing. That's my theory also, and I kind of am stealing this from Chris Rock too, because Chris Rock was like, whoever has the least or who's ever in an inferior position, they have more rights, social rights, than the person that is in a better position than they are. Like for instance, like fat girls can talk about skinny girls all day long and nobody say shit about them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black people can talk about white people because they're in a better position of economic influence than blacks. And it's kind of the same way. And a lot of people don't know it, but Asian people, a lot of Americans, they make fun of Asian people.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A lot of white people.
I think a lot of people know it.
A lot of people. Well, no, I'm just saying they know it, but they don't think about it in these contexts. Asian people are in a better position than we are.
Oh, of course.
Right. So they're at a higher power, so we can make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Jeremy Lin situation.
The basketball player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how like they were making all these racial comments and stuff like that, and the dynamite gook or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like in our television and movies, we just openly just say racist stuff to Asian people.
Yeah.
And Asian people don't really say anything. How many times you seen Asian people march on Selma? How many times How many times do you? What's the equivalent of the Asian NAACP?
I don't know.
Exactly. There is no equivalent to NAACP. Well, there's no organization that I know of that's special for Asian people and looking out for the welfare and the disenfranchisement of Asian people.
Yeah. That's because Asian people have money. Most of them have money.
They're in a good place.
Yeah.
We're the one. America is China's niggas. Because think about it. We always borrow money. We spend on what we want and beg for what we need. All right. And the thing about it is we think we're the best when we're not. We're holding on to we hold on to sports more than they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like World Series. You ain't playing against the world. How you the world champion?
Yeah.
You know.
Japanese people are a lot better at baseball than Americans.
Exactly. But we call ourselves the world champion, World Series.
Yeah.
And it's only us that we're playing against. So how we... Anyway.